When I first started practicing yoga, I knew right away that I wanted to teach, even though I had barely touched the surface on the physical practice itself. Why? Because I saw yoga as one of the few places in our culture where I could talk about truth, philosophy, and spirit. The things that had been burning inside me ever since I can remember. Around that time, I came across this Bruce Lee quote, and it goes like, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. And something clicked. Mastery comes from devotion, from repetition, from showing up time and time again. So back in 2010, around that same time, I set a vision for myself to teach 10,000 classes, even though at that point I hadn't taught a single yoga class. And this wasn't to boast, this wasn't to be like, hey, I taught all these classes. It wasn't to be special, but because the world needed great teachers and I was ready and willing to step into that role. But I'll be real with you, there were so many times I wanted to give up. Years leading up to COVID, the burnout was absolutely real. I lost inspiration, I fell into vice, and I wasn't even sure if people took me serious. And then COVID hit, everything shut down. During that time, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to come back. But there were turning points. I had friends who reminded me of the teacher that I was, and frankly, some deeper experiences I had that shook me to my core and that then shook me awake. When I returned, it wasn't from pride. It wasn't even need. It was devotion from that original vision. And now, after thousands and thousands of classes taught, here's the one thing that I learned. Mastery isn't about talent. It isn't about external validation. It's devotion. It's showing up over and over again, time and time again. So my question to you is this. What's your 10,000? What's the practice, the devotion that if you showed up time and time again, it would absolutely transform you? Say it, name it, and start. In darkness together, we bring the light.